ashver.com.
Hello and welcome to ashver.com. You are watching an interesting video on all adoptees and birth family members need to know about attraction. What can ignite when you reunite?
Please read the disclaimer carefully.
Reunions are complicated and nothing about them is ordinary. The emotions experienced in a reunion by all family members are multifaceted and label. When an individual meets a blood family relative that has been unknown all, or the majority, of one's life, it is important to be aware of the vastly different scenarios that can occur. Anxiety. Confusion of self. Confusion of familial roles. Excitement. Emotional upheaval. Identity crisis. Adoptive parents feeling slighted. Additional rejection. Others pulling away for not being able to understand. Lack of concentration. Grief and loss over what has been missed. Confusion on how to integrate new family system or family member. Feeling of coming home. An overwhelming desire to bond. Feelings of attractiveness towards a reunion. All are different facets of the same experience that may happen simultaneously in a reunion. Most are known or common sense suggests that most would be prepared for. However, the feelings of attractiveness towards a reunited family member has been kept shrouded in the adoption community. The taboo of feeling psychologically, emotionally and physically attracted to one's kin member sits of the fence of incest. Instead of addressing the possibility and bringing awareness to the subject, it is easier to pretend that this does not happen. And yet it does. Daily. It is called genetic sexual attraction or GSA. GSA is becoming increasingly acknowledged in reunions between blood relatives who have been separated the majority of their life. Those at risk for GSA include any family system where separation for a significant amount of time, including the critical period for early development from the age of birth to 6 years, for one of the reunited family members. Those at risk include adoption, including adoptee, biological mother, biological father, any full or half siblings. Sperm donors, including adult child, biological father, biological mother if unknown, any full or half siblings. Divorce and separation, broken family systems. All family members who plan to reunite must know the risks of genetic sexual attraction. Half siblings, full siblings, biological mother, biological father, and biological adult child are at risk to experience a powerful force that ignites bonding. No matter what the age, material status or geographical distance from reunited kin, GSA has proven to show no bias of who will be inflicted with this phenomenon. Genetic sexual attraction may be felt by one or more members in the family system. An adopted daughter may seek to find her biological mother, only to find out she has a lost half-brother whom she never met. Upon meeting her brother, she may experience an instant attraction that is compounded with an emotional longing to connect on every level, including intellectually, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. The attraction may or may not be sexual at first. When the attraction is reciprocated or requited love, the pull and desire has been noted to be one of the most intense lows one has ever experienced in a lifetime. Because GSA is unknown or misunderstood, those who are reuniting are unaware they are playing with matches. Like all matches, care and respect for the power must be given the utmost attention. The possibility of an unintended burn can quickly become an out-of-control blaze, destroying marriages, families and even bringing people to consider suicide. Ideally, members of a reunited family will be forewarned about GSA before they come together. Forethought and careful vigilance can then produce a respected reverence to the possible combustion of desire and hypersexual arousal that GSA can ignite. Without any idea this can occur, the matches of GSA can unknowingly or haphazardly catch on fire. The blaze can destroy the familial roles and scorch additional family members connected to reunited blood relatives. GSA happens for many reasons. The focal reason for the GSA phenomenon is bonding. The feelings, sensations and desires to deeply connect are because of the need to bond and make solid the original connection that was interrupted due of early separation. The missed opportunity to bond young among one's blood relatives does not mean that bonding did not happen, or there was not a successful bond with the adoptive family. There are important facets of why the GSA phenomenon occurred. Evidence suggests during the critical period for early development from the age of birth to 6 years a form of reverse sexual imprinting suppress inbreeding. Reverse sexual imprinting is described as a development by which children and families, it makes no difference if they are blood related, raised in close living proximity during the crucial imprinting years, birth to 6 years, for either member, they are somehow desensitized against sexual attraction to each other later in life. People, who are raised together, regardless of relationship, tend to become desensitized to each other, and they will not generally develop sexual attraction to each other later in life. A variety of studies have supported the concept of the Westermarck effect. It is noted that genetic sexual attraction produces the opposite of the Westermarck effect. The sexual aversion that never had a chance to develop, now becomes a sexual. Studies have shown similar traits between individuals can lead to higher levels of attraction. People are drawn to faces with similar features as their own. Naturally, there is a sense of familiarity or feeling comfortable when you see a face like your own. Reunited family members will obviously notice familiarity in facial features, body type, and body mannerisms. The related similar attractiveness reflects familial commonality. For the one who has been exiled from their kin, the reunion is the first time they may experience genetic resemblances. When two reunited family members have an unexplainable magnetism towards each other, these strangers, though titled as a family member, have a difficult time registering in their brains how to now relate. Instead of experiencing a relationship within the familial boundaries, they have a passionate drive to bond as intensely as. In Greek mythology, Narcissus falls in love with his own reflection. He is so enthralled by what he sees, his gaze, passion and interests do not falter from his own image. He wastes away dying of starvation and thirst because he cannot bring himself to leave his reflection. Similarly, the two reunited family members can unknowingly fall in love with a mirrored resemblance. The danger happens when a family member is so enticed with the other, he has a difficult time assessing the full personality of their newly reunited family member. The good overshadows any faults or warning signs that may indicate to take the relationship slower or to develop trust over time. Like Narcissus, the gaze is so seductive the kindle of love can strike and spark lust. Oxytocin is the hormone for attachment. It is produced and released when a mother gives birth and breastfeeds her infant. Interestingly, it is also the same hormone that is released when lovers have sex. The reason is primitive. Both the mother and child must bond for the child to survive, and lovers must bond to maintain and grow a family for survival. We are hardwired to love. Oxytocin is released during reunions. The bonding hormone has been kept dormant and now surges with a force to promote family attachment. Again, the reason is primitive. Our need for our kin goes back to our primordial past when isolation and exile meant death. The brain tells us what we need to do to survive. In a family reunion, meeting an adult kin member for the first time will release oxytocin as biology always intended. The adults reunited can misinterpret the pleasurable feelings for bonding as attraction and puppy. No one chooses to fall in love and have sexual desires for a reunited family member, yet the response is an urge for intimacy brought on by an extreme emotional situation. When that response is not given the amount of support and understanding that one would need to navigate through GSA, the potential to ignite a sexual relationship with a family member is high. Once you have sex with your family member, you can never ever erase the action. It is therefore imperative to know that when GSA is experienced, one is playing with fire. Biochemistry ignites us to crave connection, companionship, love and sex. The match that was meant to slowly burn over decades, to produce long-lasting familial love, trust and attachment, is avid to flare. The insatiable longing and recognition of all that has been missed can make one to hastily propel the inheritance of attachment and love with a quick strike of the match. Without proper provisions and vigilance, this honeymoon period glow can become wildfire. There are 3 elements needed to produce fire: heat, fuel and oxygen. This is known as the fire triangle. The fire triangle works like this: enough heat to raise the material to its ignition temperature, some sort of fuel or combustible material, and enough oxygen to sustain combustion, causing a chemical reaction that is fire. The important thing to remember is, take any of these 3 things away, and you will not have a fire, or the fire will be extinguished. Similar to fire, there are 3 elements needed to produce an active sexual relationship as a result from GSA: attraction, reunion and engagement. For GSA to develop into a sexual relationship, the triangle works like this: the right amount of attraction to raise one's hormones to its ignition of hypersexual arousal, an early separation from kin, birth to age 6 or longer, with a reunion, and enough mutual agreement to engage in a sexual relationship, causing a chemical reaction that ignites consanguineous sex. Just like fire, extinguishment of a sexual relationship is possible when one of the 3 elements is missing. Most often the one element that can be controlled is the engagement. The decision to move the natural feelings to bond, from the result of the reunion into a sexual relationship, can scorch when malintent was not wished for. Secondarily, with the right conditions, a small fire can quickly come ablaze and burn down homes and communities when it becomes unmanageable. Same with GSA. Other family members, connected to the reunited members experiencing GSA, can become scalded. They are unintended victims. GSA has caused strong marriages for over decades to crumble by the devouring, relentless and mindless flames burning families apart. Casualties caused by GSA extended beyond the 2 reunited family members. Children, spouses, parents and close friends become shocked and even traumatized by the engulfment of smoke and flame. Danger is measured. The potential consequences of exploring a sexual relationship with a blood family member far outweigh reasons to be intimate. Therefore, acknowledgement, education, support, and guidance is necessary for anyone who is planning a reunion, and especially for those who unwillingly find themselves in the throes of GSA. If education and acknowledgement are not offered, then those entering into a reunion are playing with matches unknowingly. In the movie clip below from Like Water for Chocolate, the doctor explains why it is necessary to not ignite all of your matches inside at once, because of an intense burst of emotion. It could destroy you. GSA is bending the boundaries and blending too much love in 2 different roles. Familial love and romantic love must be kept separated, or the intense burst of emotions can be destructive and burn away the relationship that was originally sought after. Smokey Bear has said, "Only you can prevent wildfires, and care will prevent 9 out of 10 forest fires." Same with GSA. We all need to be aware of what can happen when 2 keen members reunite. Together we can ensure a healthier reunion that will promote the familial roles that were always meant to be. Without support, most often the majority of reunited family members who experience GSA cannot easily control the relationship when it ignites, flares, burns and smolders out as intensely as it started, destroying any opportunities to normalize the relationship in the future.
Thank you for watching this interesting and informative video.
This channel offers motivational, inspirational, valuable and informative videos to soothe, cleanse and inspire your health, mind, body and spirit. You can find lot of interesting videos on wide range of topics here. Stay tuned and keep watching.